Okay, everyone can see my slide?
Yeah.
Yes,
Clear,
Doctor.
clear.
Okay, good. So today we will learn about game design and development process. Our previous chapter is game design and development introduction. Now we go into the process part. Okay, and today the objective for our class today is to define the game design and game development. Second is to identify the game good game lah. Okay, good game design aspects. And the third one is to select the appropriate game development model. Okay. So when we talk about game design and game development, okay, game design is more when we dealing more with the conceptual side of things. Means we analyze our game concept, what our target user, okay, who will play our games, and what character or what environment that we want you to design and so on. Okay, it involves about the game mechanics, the core concept of the game, the aesthetic. The aesthetics mean the art of the game. Okay, it involve about it involve about the design, the character design, okay, the color, okay, for the aesthetic to make our games look interesting and feel apa tu orang kata harmony and comfortable to look at lah at our games. Okay, and the character, okay, the levels of the game and the storyline or the narrative of the game. It is this is about the game design. When we go to game development, it involves bringing the ideas, means the core concept tadi tu, into the real, okay, to the life lah. Okay, it refer to the making of games from the animation through the engine programming. So that means from the storyboard, okay, game design into the programming part, okay, into the make it functional games. Yeah. So here designers, okay, and game developers, they need each other. That's why in our team game development, we must have someone to do the design and someone to do the programming. Okay, bukanlah kita kata it's not when we say that no one can do all. Okay, nanti sebab FYP nanti pun seorang kena buat sendiri punya game. So he or she have to design and program the games itself. Tapi selalunya kalau dalam satu-satu organisation or in our industry, when we have a project to develop a games, okay, selalunya dia akan build a team yang ada competency or skills in game design and programming. Barulah orang kata games tu nanti akan jadi great lah, okay, lebih mudah. Sebab kalau seorang yang memang kadang-kadang orang yang pandai design ni, okay, dia kurang sikit faham tentang programming. Sama juga kalau orang programming ni dia more kepada logical and kurang sikit dekat bahagian art. Okay, tu biasalah, tapi sebab tu kita perlu ada team. Ya. Yeah? Okay. So, sekejap. Mana ni? Alright. Kat sini kita nak tahu jugalah, okay, macam what is your role in the game development team. Okay, sebab dalam development team, kalau nampak kat sini, dia ada beberapa role, okay. Iaitu sebagai tester, okay, iaitu untuk to make sure the quality assurance of the games, okay. Maybe programmer, okay, as the technical part and creative brains behind the game. Artist, okay, that have a competency dengan dia punya pandai dia pandai lukis, dia pandai design, okay, aesthetic punya part, okay, and then maybe he or she is good in game designer, okay, dekat sini the responsibility of coming up with gameplay ideas that the team will be building, okay. Maknanya dia akan design the all the flow, the storyboard and so on, ya. level designer. Kita ada game designer dan juga level design. Level designer means the level designer yang akan tentukan, okay, to make sure there are have difference every change of the level of the mode of the game, ya. Narrative designer, okay, kat sini dia akan lebih kepada more into the storyline of the games, okay. Sebelum and the pre-production punya phase lah. Producer, okay, producer ni, okay, kalau dalam filem pun ada kan producer kan. Okay, producer ni dia lebih kepada the middleman, okay, between the publisher and the development punya team. Okay, so producer ni akan, it's like the project manager jugalah. Okay, ada belajar kan dalam project management kan. So producer ni more kepada the project manager. So the producer also help motivate the teams so they remains productive. Dekat sini dia punya role as a mastermind of the project. Okay, dia akan combine, okay, or pastikan team publisher means orang yang akan sell our games, and the development team yang buat pada game tu so can communicate well, ya. And the last one is audio engineer. It is because in our games we also have audio. So maybe the soundtrack, sebab tu kadang-kadang ada games yang memang kita kenal dengan music pun kita dah tahu, oh ini game untuk yang jenis macam ni. So dia dah ada orang kata specific sound or audio for the games, ya. Okay, so kita nak try tanya lah. Mana saya nak tahu apa saya nak tanya ni. Kita cuba try apa minat masing-masing we go to Iliana, ada tak? Iliana?
Saya Puan.
Okay. Oh, ini sorry, itu Farah Iliana. Ni Nur Alia Iliana. Betul
Saya Puan.
Okay. Tengok muka sikit.
Internet saya bila buka kamera dia lag.
Tengok muka kejap je. Saya tengok muka je.
Sekejap ya.
Cari tudung lah tu.
Kalau muka saya doktor, tak nak tengok ke?
Tak apa. Saya ingat Zaf. Just Zaf, saya tengok lah dekat gambar yang assignment tu kan. Tu gambar bila tu?
Gambar tu I think around late last year kot, December, November-ish.
Wah, apa tips untuk jadi kurus?
Kurus lah. Tak ada, saya workout 6 times a week, jaga makan, minum cukup air, cukup tidur, tu je.
Wow, good, bagus. Saya doakan saya istiqomah jugalah.
Alhamdulillah,
Tengok
amin.
lain, macam is that Zaf? Macam lain je tengok kan? Oh, okay. Okay Alia. Okay, good Alia, okay, saya nak tanya ni. Okay, soalan pertama, jawab yes or no Will you enjoy finding bugs and glitches? Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay, no, and then we go to second question. Do you like programming or computer science? Yes or no? Programming.
Yes.
Okay, yes. So, siapa ni? Alia. Maybe dia punya orang kata specialities more into programmer. Contohlah, okay? Boleh jadi programmer ni. Okay, Afi Aiman. Okay, thank you Alia. Afi Aiman. Mana Afi Aiman? Boleh dengar mikrofon okey? Kena pakai earphone. Kamera? Oh, kamera ada. Okey. Okay, Afiq, nanti tulis dekat ni dekat chat nanti Okay. Soalan yang sama. Will you enjoy finding bugs and glitches? Maknanya finding bugs lah, okay? Yes or no? Okay. Do you like programming or computer sciences? Computer science? No. Okay, no, kita pergi balik. Kita teruskan. Do you have any artistic skills and abilities? Ada tak skill dalam designing, okay, arts and so on? No. Okay. Kita terus lagi. Banyak ni. Okay. No. Can you come up with fun, innovative gameplay ideas? Boleh buat ni tak? Oh yes. Okay. So yes. Bila mana tadi? Yes. Maybe Afiq suitable to be a game designer. So game designer here has a great responsibility of coming up with gameplay ideas that the team will be building. Okay. So kat sini kita dah ada game designer. Okay. Let's try Abdullah.
Yes, doctor.
Okay. First question. Yes or no? Enjoy finding bugs and glitches?
No.
No? Okay. Do you like programming?
No.
Do you have any artistic skills and abilities?
No.
Can you come up with fun, innovative gameplay and ideas?
Maybe, but let's say no.
Okay, let's say no. Will you enjoy creating levels?
No.
Do you consider yourself a good storyteller?
Also maybe, but let's say no.
Hey! Do you have strong leadership skills?
No.
No. So, are you interested in creating a game audio?
Yes, very much.
Okay, you have no choice, no. So you have to answer yes, okay? And then you probably you're good in audio engineer, okay? So here we can see Alia suka Alia can be a game programmer. Siapa tadi? Afiq can be game designer, and Abdullah maybe can be an audio engineer. So here we can see the strong team lah, maknanya in the part of design and develop, okay? Itu contoh lah, okay? Macam mana kita, how to identify our group team, okay? So we have, kan kita dah ada team kan? So all of you have your own team. So try to identify what is your abilities and what you are good at, yeah? Make sure dapatlah menghasilkan satu team yang baik, okay, the good team, and then you can do a great job, yeah. Okay, so I will play for you one video to see how the player-centered experience, yes, because when we want to design and develop our games, we have to identify what kind of game that we want to design and develop, and what is our target user will respond with our games, yeah. Okay, see here.
Hi. When you play something like The Sims, the player is actually the one building the rule set. I'm giving the player a toy, and the player is turning it into a game. It's almost magical. As a designer, you're actually dealing with two computers. First, the electronic one sitting on the table in front of you, but more importantly, the player's imagination, the player's brain. Being a game designer turned into a lifelong learning process where I can go off in any subject I want to, and it's tax deductible. I'm going to expose you to a number of fundamental concepts about game design. I want to dive deep into the psychology of the player, the mental modeling that goes on, how to build emergence, surprise, and to try to predict what's going to motivate players and pull them in. You can take almost anything and make it a fascinating interactive experience. You watch somebody play a game, most of what they're doing is failing. You need to design the game such that failure is interesting and understandable so that you go back and say, aha. This is actually kind of fun. Games and film have a very different emotional palette. Film is totally based upon empathy. You can look at characters and they're happy, we feel happy. The kind of emotions that we can actually get out of games are very different. Things like guilt or pride, teamwork. A lot of that is based upon agency. As soon as you take that away from the players, it's kind of like being in a movie theater where all of a sudden the screen goes black. That's what it's like when you take the control away from a player. The generation that's creating games now has so many opportunities. You're having a vision for something that's going to go out and change. So find something you're passionate about and start exploring. I'm Will Wright, and this is a simulation of my master class.
Okay. So here we can see that games itself in the when we talk about games in industry is about the creative industry. Okay, that's why for a game developer and game designer we have to think outside the box. We have to imagine. We have to have high imagination, okay, creative thinking, and logical skills. Itu adalah the important parts or aspect of to be a game designer, or game developer. Okay, so there are some aspect of the game elements for game design. Okay, if we can refresh back about that what we have learned in game principle, there are also teach us how about the game elements in our game development. So here the element of game design, of course, we need to have the space. Okay, space means the look and feel of the game come from the design of it. Okay, about the environments, about the level, okay, the space of the game itself. And then the component of the game is also important, which is they are parts of your game like your avatar, blocks, okay, ada enemies, and obstacle and so on. Mechanics is about the action in the games like jumping, collecting. That means the gameplay of your game. The goal of the game, this is very important because without goals or objective, there is not called a game. Maybe it's called a play, okay? Leisure play, okay? So players try to achieve goals to win the game. So that's the destination of our game. And the last one is rules. Okay, rules to guide the player on how the game should be played. Because without rules, the game may be not interesting and maybe it can be so boring and there are no direction how to play the games. So that's these are a few elements of game design. Maybe if we can add more, it maybe can we put as a narrative, interactive, benda-benda macam itulah yang mana that's the elements can make our games looks interesting and great. Okay. And what can be categorized as a good game design? Okay, first, good game design is focus. Focus means the game must have a specific objective. Okay, so your player not confused and the gameplay is easy to understand, familiar, and the interface is familiar and easy to navigate. And then second, good game design has character. That's why some established game, the popular game, has their own character. Yang mana kita kenal, oh this game for PUBG. Walaupun kita nampak dia punya weapon pun, kita dah kenal. easy to recognize. Okay, it's a game that depth and richness, both the character and the character in a game, is fully developed. What we are memorable. So when we look at once pun kita dah macam okay, kita dah charm. Okay, that's game for Mobile Legend. That's game for Dota. Okay, that's character for apa nama dia pun kita boleh ingat. That's a good game design. Good game design has tension. Tension, this tension is not about is not definition for stress. Okay, bukannya stress maksud dia. Tension means when we feel yang mana kita akan rasa we are pushed to achieve the goal. Dekat situ bila kita rasa macam ada motivate us to win the game and achieve the game punya goals. Okay, so bila kadang-kadang tu ada pernah tak jadi main games sampai tak boleh nak achieve the level, kita akan rasa tak puas hati. Kita akan keep going to try and sampai berhari-hari sampai cuba sampai ada yang jadi sampai install tu lah. Itu dah memang dah demotivate lah kan. Okay, so here sebab games ni, okay, macam yang tadi the previous video said, when we produce a film, we just touch their emotional, kan? Okay, tapi dalam games ni dia ada emotion punya parts, dia ada bahagian motivation punya parts, and maybe ada sikit addiction. Kadang-kadang tu kan sampai jadi macam orang tu kalau tak main game satu hari, tak lena tidur, incomplete hidup dia. Pernah jadi tak macam tu?
Benar.
So control yourself lah, ya. And good game design has energy. Okay, this comes from things such as movement, momentum, and pacing in the game. Okay, the game energy is what keeps you playing all night. Ni sebab jadi macam addiction tadi tu. Sampai malam kau main lagi. Kalau study baca 2 baris terus tidur. Kalau main game sampai tahan sampai 12 jam. Okay, sampai ada energy kat situ. Yeah. So here these 4 aspects can be categorized as a good game design, which is first, focus, has character, has tension, and has energy. Okay, so far understand what I'm explain about? Okay tak?
Okay, Doktor, faham.
Okay, betul. Yes.
Alright, good. Saya dengar suara orang lelaki je, manalah suara perempuan ni. Malu betul kau punya kelas ni perempuan.
Okay, betul. Okay.
Okay, step in game design. Okay, kita ada setting first, and then design gameplay, design game feedback, design game space, and then designing game narrative. All of this you have done during game principle kan, buat card game hari tu kan. So kat sini dah belajar dah kan. So faham tak yang bahagian step and ada yang tak faham tak dekat dalam step in game design? Ada yang tanya tak?
Tak ada.
Okay, maknanya dah pernah buat. Okay, you have go through all this process and you understand, ya. Okay, now we go to the game development model. Okay, when we said about the development model means there are some model that we can refer to. Okay, refer to develop our games punya process. Okay, game development model are composed by process. Ya, dalam model tu ada proses dia, ada kaedah dia, methods, and tools. Tools mean alat yang kita akan guna to implement the process. These models try to describe how to successfully develop game, each with a different approach. Dalam semua model, there are 4 basic activities in the game design process. First, to identify needs and establish requirements. Second, to design potential solution. Third, choose between alternative, means we evaluate. And last is build the artifacts. Okay, this is like the basic game development model. First, with at the concept testing phase, and then we do the design phase. Then after the design and development, we are and programming part, we go to playtest, and after all of this have accomplished, then we launch the games. If there are something problem at each phase, so we have to reverse back and look back what is the problem, and we solve it at the phase, the previous phase, and then after that we can proceed. Yeah. Okay. So here the basic phase that basic process that I have mentioned earlier. First is about the analyze about the requirement, game requirement. So we identify the design principles such as goal, okay, challenge, reward, storyline, interaction, and the rule of the games. And then we have to specify the player requirement. Means that's why there is important when we develop a game. The common question that will be asked is, who is your target user? Who is your target player? Okay, because each games is different. Each for each level of human. Human maybe is maybe in the different in aspect of cognition, okay, cognitive, about their physical and so on. Yeah. So here we have to identify the age of the player, platform that we use, our game genre, and specification of our hardware and software. Okay. Macam kita lah kadang-kadang pakai phone, ada phone games yang not compatible with our phone because of the processor. Okay, kalau dekat PC about the graphic card and so on. Yeah. And the third one is the design and development of the game. So here we draw or sketch the storyboard, our character, assets, our game flow, and then we proceed to technical part about the scripting, our programming, and translate the sketch part to the real one in the digital form. Okay. And then after all the process and the game have can be function, and then we test it. Okay, we test it using formative. Formative means along the process we test it phase by phase, and then after at the end of our phase is the summative. Summative mean we test about the usability, the functionality of our games, okay, to make sure our games is can be usable and functional in the aspect of its screen appearance, navigation, and gameplay. Yeah. So here there are a few of game models that can be referred, and the basic ones is game design, GDLC, game design life cycle. Okay, in game design life cycle, here is by Heather Chandler. Oh, macam nama Roy Roy apa nama dia? Lebih kurang lah. Okay, dalam this model consists of 4 phases: pre-production, production, testing, and post-production. Here we can see the pre-production define game design and project planning, means the game analysis. Okay, production related to creation of both technical and artistic aspect. And then we go to testing, evaluate the game and fix the bugs. And lastly is post-production, conducted to deliver the current documentation and post-mortem activities. If you can see here, GDLC is a linear process, means one step and followed by other step. Okay, so this is a linear process. Okay. The second model is Doppler Interactive Game Design Life Cycle. Here we have 6 phases. Okay, design, develop, evaluate, test and review and release. Here we can see there are repetitive punya process. That's mean when we develop or redevelop and then we evaluate. If there are some problems or our stakeholder not happy with our games, they will go back and redevelop the games. Okay, and then we after evaluate, we go for test. Okay, what is different between evaluate and test? Okay, here evaluate, test it out in. If the build is not satisfying, redevelop it. Okay, and then test pula, advance test the game, not just the engines. Means the whole process, the whole part of the game. Maybe about the interface, about the gameplay, and so on. Okay, to the internal team and doing the bugs fixing. Okay, and then after all is complete, they go for review release. Okay, review release means the game is released to the third party. Third party means the real user. Okay. Repeat the whole process from 1 to 5 until the game is ready to launch in release phase. If they are our real player is not happy, they will go back at the first place and redevelop it. Okay, here is the model from Doppler Interactive Game Design Life Cycle. Okay, the third model is Arnold Hendrick Game Design Life Cycle. Okay, kalau kita perasan, okay, each of these life cycle have their own name and the name is come out from the founder. Okay, maybe one of you, okay, yang boleh buat sendiri punya model pun nanti letaklah nama. Zikri punya life cycle, game design life cycle. Farah punya. So, kalau ada sikit perbezaan, okay, some different pun, maybe they modify from the previous one, boleh jadi sendiri punya. Bukan susah lah jadi sendiri punya kan. Okay, so here they have 5 phases. Okay, kalau kita tengok sini yang berbezanya, okay, beta. Okay, apa maksudnya beta ni? Okay, prototype biasalah creating initial design, pre-production make the documentation from the game design document, production related to the construction of assets, source code and integration. Okay, beta is testing is conducted to draw users feedback. Okay, means bila kata users tu, real user ke in-team punya evaluation? Kalau users feedback ni, kita nak test dekat real user ke dekat dalam team kita sendiri?
Real user.
Good. Okay. And then we'll go to live means yang game kita tu dah boleh ready to launch. Ya. Yeah? Ini guna Arnold Hendrick Game Design Life Cycle. Okay. The other one is Blizz Game Studios Game Design Life Cycle. Okay, tadi kita ada beta kan? Dan ini bezanya dia ada alpha. Apa beza alpha dengan beta? Ingat A dengan B ni. Alpha, the game build then is tested by internal team members. Means dia test dulu games tu among their team members tu dulu. Okay, after it's complete, then they go to the third party tester, means the real user. So alpha testing dengan beta testing. Okay. And then yang ini lebih complicated lah. Nama dia daripada Yugo Studio Game Design and Development. But the process is standard. Means pre-production, production and post-production. But they have more details for each phase. Okay. Pre-production ada concept analysis, game design, SRS document and so on. Yang ini semua ni nanti rasanya ada belajar dekat dalam subjek game programming pun ada dengan project management nanti. Okay. And then dekat production more to UI design, okay, audio creation and so on. And then post production lebih more to testing. Okay, ada UAT, user acceptance testing, ada quality assurance testing, okay, ada maintenance and so on. Okay, yang ini by Jugo Studio Game Design and Development Process. And selalunya yang bahagian details ni selalunya usually for games yang memang dia punya algorithm is quite complicated, yang mana banyak database, okay, ada database, ada dia punya intelligence punya engine, intelligence punya system and so on, ya. Okay. Besides that, we have user-centered game design development, which user-center, the specialties of user-center is our real user become part of our team members. Okay, let's say we want to do a game or we want to develop a game for kids. Okay, and we will invite our adik ke, okay, mana yang kids tu become part of our members, because we want to give feedback or they evaluate or they give us ideas how to develop or design the games, because sometimes memanglah kita pernah jadi budak kecil kan, tapi kadang-kadang kita dah tak ingat dah what the real feeling for the kids or what are their expectation. Sebab tu kadang-kadang banyak games ni yang short sendiri je. Okay, kadang-kadang kita buat game untuk kanak-kanak tapi dia punya level tu mengalahkan orang dewasa, tak sesuai. Ada juga yang buat game untuk orang dewasa, orang tu macam for teenagers, tapi dia punya interface, dia punya gameplay tu macam budak-budak, macam yang dia beginning punya ni. So kat situ kena make sure lah yang when we use game model, that user-centered game design model ni, we have to involve the real user as our part of our members. Okay, saya itu AD models. AD stands for A, analysis, D, design, D, develop, I, implementation, and E, evaluation. Okay, these models is usually used for interactive courseware or learning punya products. Okay, kalau sesiapa yang kalau tengok nanti FYP ke apa, banyakkannya guna AD model because this is the basic phase. Okay, basic process in design and development of interactive punya product. Yeah, and interactive product, game is one of the interactive product juga. Yeah. Okay. Selain itu ada rapid prototyping models. Okay, rapid means dia memang orang kata cepat. Review, refine, prototype, review, refine, and then deliver. Okay, nama pun rapid, so dia memang fast lah. Okay, agile models pula, dia ada konsep, dia ada 3 phases, tapi dalam setiap phases tu dia ada stage yang berbeza. Concept and development, and then design, implementation, testing and deploy. Okay, setiap phases ni kalau ada yang tak kena, okay, stakeholder not happy with the result of the product, they will go back. Okay, they will reverse and redevelop again. Okay, this is agile model, means it is a flexible model. Okay, and then we have workflow oriented process for game developer. Here, if you can see the role, each phases have their own role. Okay, at the beginning or at the design punya process, ada artist, designer, technical architects, and tool vendors. And then we go to designer, and then at the development part, kita ada software engineer, ada artist, designer, and then at the testing part, ada tester, software engineer, and last kali users at the operation punya phase. Okay? Okay. So here kita dah banyak, we have learned a lot of, it's not a lot, it's a few sebenarnya, because there are a lot of game a lot of design and development punya model. But if you can see here, the process flow is standard, which is we have pre-production, production and the post-production. And each of the phase we have and we have to analyze the game requirement, and then we have to specify our game punya requirement, and then we design and develop, and then we test, and last we implement or we launch the games. Yeah. Okay, so far ada soalan? Any question?
No questions from me, doctor. Thank you.
Oh, laju cakap dari question ni. Bagus ni. Pagi-pagi punya ni bagus. Okay. Sini. Stop sharing. Sophie, okay?
Doktor, ni saya nak tanya.
Okay, Zikri.
Kan ada banyak game design and development model tu.
Mm-hmm.
Kalau satu company tu nak buat contoh nak buat satu game lah, adakah diorang akan check semua game design and development model ni, nak tentukan mana yang sesuai nak diorang guna, ataupun diorang just go on je dengan design, develop, lepas tu testing, lepas tu develop balik gitu lah.
Okay, selalunya untuk company-company games yang memang dia ada project timeline, okay? Project timeline selalunya akan refer kepada which model that we want to use. Okay, if you have a very short time, okay, very short time punya project, selalunya dia akan ambil dia akan ambil model yang simple. Means selalunya kalau macam saya kata tadi, dia ada 4 aktiviti utama dalam semua model tadi. Apa? Yang pertama kena buat apa? Selalunya. Siapa ingat? Untuk kita buat satu game tu, first step we have to stage apa yang mula-mula?
Pre-production lah.
Betul, pre-production. So dalam pre-production dia ada analyze. Okay, kita kena tahu siapa kita punya user,
Consumers.
And our game punya requirement, specification semua tu. And then we go for game design and development. Here kita akan sketch dia punya game concept, kita akan buat dia punya storyboard and game flow and so on. And then third, kita akan evaluate. Okay, evaluate is from maybe in our team, okay, that's called alpha testing and beta testing. Beta testing means outside of or the real user of our game. Lepas 3 yang tadi tu, barulah implement or launch the games. So Zikri, depends kepada how long the project will conduct, okay, berapa lama period tempoh project tu. Second is how big the games itself. Okay, kalau kita nak buat games yang simple saja, yang ada 2 level, yang just for dia punya gameplay pun just macam biasa je, jump, tap and so on, maybe masa dia pendek. Tapi kalau yang memerlukan intelligence system, yang kena ada database, yang perlu banyak dia punya algorithm punya apa semua tu, maybe dia punya model tu kena lebih spesifik lah. Macam yang tadi saya tunjuk tadi lah, yang macam ada banyak dia punya kerja-kerja dekat dalam tu. Okay. Tapi untuk your project ni saya rasa, satu, tempoh dia panjang ke pendek?
Pendek.
So pendek. And then tengok games tu nak buat yang dalam skala yang besar ke ataupun yang skala yang standard?
Standard.
So maybe guna yang standard punya model sahaja. Okay?
Faham kan? Terima kasih, Wan.
Okay, good. Okay. Apa lagi? Haziq? Okay tak Haziq?
Okay.
Afifah? Suka nak sebut nama-nama. Okay. Alright, kalau macam tu, okay. Now we go for the assessment punya part lah ya. Macam biasa. So everyone take maybe your phone or maybe your laptop and Alhamdulillah. Okay. Can see my Kahoot?
Can see.
Okay, and then we play. So, okay. Okay, get ready to join. Enter your PIN. Okay, I'm waiting. Dengar ke?
Dengar, what's the pin doctor?
32, nampak tak dekat screen ni? 3324595. Nampak tak?
Tak nampak.
Tak nampak doktor.
Tak nampak?
Nampak doktor.
Tapi doktor cakap saya type dekat chat tu.
Chat sekarang ni, you all nampak apa?
Nampak
Edit page.
edit page.
Edit page? Oh, sini.
Nampak soalan.
Kantor ya? Ya? Okay.
Apa soalan jadi?
Sekejap. Kenapa dia jadi macam ni? Ada bunyi muzik tak? Ke tak dengar juga?
Ada.
Dengar.
Oh, itu dengar.
Tapi dengar dekat mic doktor lah. Bukan daripada page dia.
Nak guna Kahoot kan?
Benar?
Okay. Okay, nampak tak? Sekarang nampak tak? Okey, Azimah dah masuk. Lantaklah korang lawan lah siapa paling handsome. Alia ada, Ubay. Letak nama sebenar yang saya boleh nampak, saya boleh kenal Okay, 32, 33, 34. We have 38 here. Lagi 4 orang ni. Tak masuk lagi ni. Siapa tak ada kat sini ni? Lagi 2. Sophie tak dapat macam mana? Sophie boleh masuk lah kan? Siapa pula keluar tu? Okay, Alia. Siapa seorang lagi ni? Alright, okay. Now we have 30x here. So, ready to start?
Yup.
Dah
Ready.
dengar, ready?
Ready.
Okay, 1, 2, let's go. Person who has any design skills and abilities suitable for Okay, 36 yang boleh jawab. So, game artist So, the person who have any design skills and abilities sesuai jadi game artist. Okay, congratulations 21 yang jawab betul kat sini. Okay, next. Oh, Roy. Okay, nice. Next. Ni ada double point Siapa dapat betul ni double point. The main role of a game developer is read carefully, think carefully, okay. Dia tak sempat jawab tu. Okay, the correct answer is making of game from the animation through the engine programming. Itu role untuk game developer. Siapa jawab ni? 41 ni game write the storyline of the game. Siapa tahu itu role siapa? Write the storyline tu.
Narrative.
Ya, okay, game narrative. Kalau test the game?
Yes.
Game tester. Ya, okay. Yang designing the game core concept tu game designer. Okay, so tengok siapa. Okay, Roy masih mendahului tapi semua orang memang up tengah ni ada Sabrina, Alia, Ashraf. Okay. Okay, third question. Space, true or false? Space components, mechanics, goals and rules are part of game elements in the game design. True or false? Ada juga yang jawab salah. Okay. Space, component, mechanics, goals and rule is a part of game element. Yang penting yang kita kena consider dalam game design. Okay, seterusnya. Okay. Syamimi meningkat makin up rank ni. Roy masih mempertahankan kejuaraannya. Tak apa, masih awal. Which is not a criterion for good game design. Okay, good game has focus, has character, has tension, has complicated gameplay. Okay, good. Not a criterion for good game design is a good has complicated gameplay. It is because most of us means game designer ni dia nak buat game yang orang lain tak boleh nak beat the game. Itu sebenarnya salah juga tu. Sebab keseronokan orang bermain game kita tu bila dia boleh accomplish the cabaran tu. Ini kalau buat game yang orang lain tak boleh nak accomplish, jadi orang akan fed up. Bila fed up, orang akan uninstall. So make sure your games walaupun cabaran challenge dia tu high tapi there are skills juga yang boleh beat the challenge. Tapi janganlah yang guna cheat code tu kan. Not fair lah kalau yang buat game macam tu kan. So kita kena juga buat yang tak too complicated. Okay. Pencabaran penting tapi taklah terlampau sampai orang lain tak boleh nak beat tu. Okay. Alright, kita tengok Ashraf dengan Aida pun dah up rank. Okay, siapa ni nak lawan dengan Roy ni? Okay, double point. Which basic activity is not involved in the game development process? Okay. Game marketing is not a part of the game development process. Okay. Game marketing ni dia more kepada game punya business punya proses. Tapi dalam game development process dia ada game analyst, ada testing dan juga ada design punya part. Okay. Game marketing dia dekat business tu nanti. Ya. Salah lah siapa yang jawab selain daripada game marketing tu. Okay. Mirza. Mirza nama baru ni. Mirza dah naik ni dengan Hazwan. Okay, Syamimi. Sabrina second place. Okay, number 6. What model is this? Ramai jawab game design life cycle. Okay, kalau kita tengok macam mana tadi Okay, kalau tadi kita tengok dia mungkin keliru dengan AD model sebab tadi ada 5 phase. Kalau game design life cycle dia ada 4 sahaja. Kalau AD ni ada A, analyze, D, develop, D, design, D, develop, I, implement and E, evaluate. So ramai yang keliru kat situ kot. Okay, congratulations dekat 10 orang yang jawab betul ni. Rasa dia jawab dia betul lah tu, jangan dia main tembak je kan. Okay. Alright.
Line slow doktor, tahu-tahu time's up.
Ish, tu teruk sangat tu, slow sangat tu. Tak boleh nak jawab langsung ke?
Itulah tu. Saya dah tekan lah, dia bug lepas tu time's up.
Sian. Okay, tak apa. Kita go for, kita next juga. Tengok. Jangan putus asa, tak apa. Tapi jawab betul lah tadi. True or false? Alpha testing. Alpha testing is not for real user. Alpha testing is in team punya testing. Okay. Kalau real user ni is beta testing.
Beta testing.
Okay. Jangan silap. Don't confuse. Okay. Khairi dah naik nombor 2 dah. Okay. Rafiki. Rafiki ni pun saya jarang sebut nama ni. Okay. Dah naik juga. Zikri, okay. Semua up rank dah. 8. Which is a process during the production punya phase? Okay. Kalau pre-production dia more kepada game concept punya analisis. Okay, itu pre-production. Tapi production is more to creating art asset, buat storyline, okay, game, buat dia punya design character, okay. And post-production is about the user acceptance testing, kita buat testing, kita prepare dia punya report, okay. So, the answer for production punya phase is creating art asset. So 11 orang dapat jawab betul. Good. Nampaknya Roy memang sekarang ni jawab semua betul ni. Very ni lah kan. Sangat fokus lah ni time saya mengajar ni. Zaf tak tahulah internet dia kata tak apa elok kan.
Saya doktor saya.
Yelah tu, semua dalam mengaku internet tak elok. Ya je. Tak apa, tengok
Saya cakap lagi.
the uniqueness of UC, user-centered game design model. Apa keunikan dia ni? Saya dah cakap tadi. Good, ya. User-centered game design model ni, it involve real user as a member in our team. Okay, itu dia punya keunikan dia. And last question. Oh, Abdullah yang dah naik ni. Okay, up rank Abdullah. Maybe dia nak potong tang corner tu. During the game project process, I want to be ni bonus punya question ni. Most of you want to be a game artist. So kat sini ramai yang boleh melukis lah ni. Yang banyak ada skills dalam art ni. Okay, selain itu 8 orang, 8% want to be a game programmer, 9% want to be game tester, and others want to be a game concept analyst. Okay, so kat sini kita tengok banyak game artist, so nanti interface mesti gempak lah. Tak main-main lah ni. Okay. So, and then we see the who will. Okay, nombor 3. Zikri, tepuk tangan sikit.
Yay.
Afiki. And number 1, of course. Ting-ting. Barulah handsome, right handsome.
Doktor nak tahu tak?
Yes.
Sebenarnya kan, Roy pakai nama Zaf, saya yang pakai nama Roy.
Betul doktor. Betul doktor. Saya guna nama Zaf.
Kiranya Zaf ni. Korang menipu saya terang-terangan ni. Kongsi hadiah kongsi hadiah. Saya tak tahu. Okay, so itu saja untuk for today. Okay, today class. Okay. And then we just nak check last assignment. Ada kat sini ke? Semua dah hantar? Everyone have submit?
Dah.
Ada.
Kita check. Tengok. assignment. Okay. Okay, 18 submits. Okay, kalau 18 submits, ada satu team yang tak submit lagi. Okay, check masing-masing punya nama. Team Abdul Ubay ada, Syaidatul Syatila, Aida Afika, Roy, Zikri, Irfan, Rebecca, Syamimi, Nazihah, Akmal, Abdullah, Syamuddin, Sofi, Alif, Shirina, Alia, Nurin dan Afifah. Siapa lagi dua orang yang tak hantar ni? Siapa nama dia tak ada?
Saya rasa dah hantar kan.
Siapa tu?
Khairi je.
Khairi. Khairi dengan siapa?
Saya dengan Faizal dan saya hantar.
Tak ada nama kat sini.
Oh,
Kita tak lepas.
dah lepas lah itu.
Rejected not submit. Tengah buka My Guru ke? Okay, cuba share jap. Share screen. Dia tulis macam mana? Khairi dengan siapa?
Faizal.
Tu lah, dia tulis submission tu gambar tu.
Itulah, saya dah hantar dah itu. Saya hantar sekali. Tuan-tuan, kita orang buat Google Meet itu saya hantar lah.
Okay, tak apa. Saya buka nanti sampai pukul 12. Hantar balik ya.
Okay.
Okay, hantar lagi sekali. Okay, and okay. For next assignment, siapa tahu next assignment apa?
Forum pun.
Forum.
Okay, forum So forum, the question is mana learning assignment tadi. Forum. Okay, forum. On topic, how to attract students to learn about STEM through 2D games. Macam kita dah mention last week STEAM tahu kan? STEM, bukan STEM.
Tahu pun.
Science, Technology, Engineering and Maths. Yeah? Okay, the punya description, while nobody wants children and teens to disengage from the world in favor of their devices, digital games can actually be an effective way to engage students in STEM. Yeah? Share with your friend about STEM, what you know about STEM, okay? And why it is important to learn. Okay? Kenapa penting kita belajar STEM ni? Your own opinion. Saya tak nak yang copy paste daripada website, apa benda semua tu. Baca melalui website, okay. Baca melalui buku, okay. Tapi your own opinion. Okay? You can share your idea, comment or suggestion on how to design and develop an interactive game to attract students to learn about STEM. So if you are diberi peluang, you have opportunity to develop a game for STEM subject. Okay, what kind of games that you will suggest to your team or for your development punya team untuk produce a good 2D games for learning STEM. Okay, understand? Faham?
Yes.
Faham Doktor.
Okay, so do your forum, okay, discuss using this punya platform lah, forum platform ni. Ada kat sini ke forum list? Yang ini, okay. So pernah buat tak sebelum ni forum?
Pernah.
Dah.
So forum ni dia bukan Zaf bagi pendapat dia. And then Roy bagi pendapat dia. Lepas tu Syamimi bagi pendapat dia. Bukannya macam tu. Dia mesti ada interaction. When contohnya Afifi said something. Let's say if interactivity is important when we do 2D games. Let's say macam tu. And then Alif akan support ataupun akan reject. I'm not agree with your statement because blah 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 blah. Sama juga macam tu. Dia akan saling interaktif, sahut menyahut lah. Bukan orang ni bagi pendapat dia, orang ni bagi pendapat dia apa semua tu. Okay? So mesti ada kadang-kadang mungkin Syamimi akan support yang yang Afif cakap tadi. Okay? And then orang lain akan support yang orang lain punya. So mesti ada reply and feedback lah dekat dia punya forum tu. Faham tak? Saya tak nak tengok yang dia dah bagi jawapan dia, that's it. Tak nak. Dia itu je jawapan dia. Ataupun dia tinggalkan satu saja. Tak nak macam tu. Boleh?
Boleh.
And then okay, dan juga saya tak nak lah yang balas hanya yes, I agree. Yes, I'm not. Okay? Provide your justification juga just jangan yang saya sokong apa semua tu. Okay? Sebab lama ni duration. Okay? 17/5. Okay, maksudnya yang dulu tu saya hantar kan. So start from today until 4 Jun. Banyak ni boleh dibincangkan dekat dalam forum tu nanti. Okay?
Okay. So tak payah nak kira saya ada download dia punya ni yang assignment 2 forum ni kan. Just jawab dekat forum je lah.
Yeah, kat sini je. And I will monitor from here. Saya akan monitor dekat sini.
Jadi assignment tinggal je lah.
Kalau kami ada pendapat kami just boleh je kan kalau nak buat baru buat. Tak semestinya kena reply apa yang orang beri pendapat lah.
Reply tu pun penting juga dan untuk create your opinion pun boleh juga.
Okay. So just assignment forum ni just jawab dekat forum je lah.
Yes. Saya tak nak lah yang you all hanya come up with your own idea and then there will no one yang read dengan your idea. Sama juga, you pun tak read orang lain punya idea. Tak nak macam tu kan?
Okay, doktor, faham.
Okay, sebab masa panjang ni bukan masa 1 hari je. Okay?
So, untuk yang dokumen tu doktor, yang kan ada.
Tak payah hantar.
Okay.
Sebab I will monitor dekat yang itu je, yang dekat forum punya part tu. Okay?
Thank you.
So, that's all for today. Thank you for your participation. Okay, and jumpa petang nanti untuk proceed dengan Unity. Dan dah bolehlah start untuk fikirkan your game punya konsep macam mana. Ya, kita tahu kan yang game kita punya team adalah berkenaan dengan STEM. So you have to understand what STEM is all about and how your game will attract the player untuk learning about STEM. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Right, thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, bye.
Thank you, Doktor. Bye, Doktor.
Terima kasih, Doktor. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Doktor.
Okay.
Doktor. Aduh, dah keluar.